into it because I want to finish this conversation.
No worries.
All right. So, okay. Welcome back to Whole B and Mandy.
Yo, I'm Poli. What's going on?
What were we? Okay, we were just talking about
Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
And I like those stories that are deep.
You want the story shoved in your face. Not to say that it's a bad thing, but you want it to be an integral part of the game.
Yes.
Where I was getting a little tired of that with the Zelda series. Because, not to say anything, but there hasn't been many good Zelda games that had great stories. Even Ocarina of Time,
fair enough.
It was always something that was in the background. You know, the Deku
basic,
Tree dies. Saria gives you the ocarina, your first ocarina. You meet Zelda. Fucking, you see Ganon for the first time.
But
you
even that
get
game
proposed
didn't
to
have...
by Rudo, and that was pretty much it. It's over.
But that game didn't have... it wasn't deep story.
But it had story.
But enough story that it sort of has a progression, whereas Breath of the Wild sort of shrine. Find a little depth in the story. Shrine.
Too. That depends on how you play the game. The fact that you can
I
play
was
the
just
game
climbing
in any way,
things.
shape, or form. Yeah, dude. The amount of time that I've spent in that game doing nothing, to me, proves that it was one of my favorite games of all time. If I can sit there for 2 hours and literally do dick all while I'm playing this game and just go looking for random pieces of gems or try to find the dragons that are hidden around the world or something, or even a part that I'm assuming you haven't hit yet, you can create a town within the game. Yeah. You help a guy create a town. You have to do something in one of the towns first.
Maybe I didn't get too deep into it. I think, I'm looking for shrines. That's all I'm doing right now.
Yeah, dude, you gotta find. I mean, look, if that's the way you want to play the game, that's the way you're gonna play the game.
Well, I don't know how to play.
This is a beautiful scene. Holy shit!
This is great.
Yeah, sorry to cut that off for a second. I looked at the screen for 2 seconds and damn.
So I guess they're now together officially.
Yep.
And I will save for.
You mean a relationship?
Yeah, they're having sex now. It
that's not creepy at all.
Yeah, it has some pedophilia in this game. It's pretty gets a little dark.
We're not even being subtle about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's just straight up pedophilia.
Okay, I'll say even we'll continue on the conversations we're having about other games and what we like and what we don't like about games.
Yeah.
So far, this game I'm fucking loving it.
Yeah.
It's chill. It's really good.
Okay.
I mean, it's intense in story, and look at this art. It's just random art. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's really fluid, and the pacing. I think what this game has got that a lot of RPGs don't.
Yeah.
Is the pacing. Look, it stops for a second, and then when you're back into battle, it's a nice area to explore. A lot of items to find, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I like that.
No, 100%. This world seems like it's complete. You know?
Yeah.
Everything about it is so well thought out. Again, little pieces the battle's not fading into something that is just a random battle screen.
Yeah.
Right? Having everything happening in the world at all times is a huge piece to making a world feel real. Right? Every piece of this game so far it feels like it's pushing forward from what Ni no Kuni 1 did.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's doing it in the best way possible. What is going on?
All right, now we're getting some...
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We're getting some story now with...
I'm
going to assume the Chancellor. He's the Chancellor, right? Yeah. Who murdered the father of Evan, who's the king. He's that little blonde kid.
Yeah.
Who's not the king at this point anymore.
Of course.
I guess.
So that is going to be one of the bosses, I assume. He looked like a good guy, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess not.
I bet you he changes over.
Yeah.
He becomes the airship. You fight him, and he becomes the airship. I guarantee you.
Well, hey, look. In the first one, we had the purple dragon. So
yeah.
having this, weird elk hippogriff-esque style thing is going to be awesome.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, to cap off on what we were saying about Zelda... The beautiful thing that I loved about it so much was that you could play the game in any order that you wanted. It just left everything completely up to you. Or, all the open world games recently have been so linear or linear feeling.
Hang on, I'll challenge that.
Hit me.
Okay, you see a camp with the evil monsters, right?
Yeah.
Fine, fair enough. I'm trying to like half read and half speak at the same time. But yeah, so you like your open-endedness is how do you go in? You go stealth, you go just like balls deep, which is hard, but
Yeah.
you know, like, but then you play something like Far Cry when you're taking over an area of enemies.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You go in, you pick stealth, you like pick attack, blah blah blah.
Not to say that those games are bad. Look, again, not to say that Far Cry is bad, because I've played a bunch of them and I've really
I'm not
liked
saying
them.
it's the best game ever. I'm just saying it has that similar. How do you want to go into this fight?
Yeah,
So
but
you could pre-plan and all that stuff, sort of like how Zelda has. So I don't think Zelda made that new.
which is fine, but in no open world game have I seen that you've gotten out of the preliminary area to the overexpansive world and then can just go straight to the final boss if you want.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Dude.
Fair enough. Oh wait, hang on. This is pretty cool. Yo, I think those blue things, you could teleport to any of them when you unlock them.
Okay, yeah. You mean the save
Look,
points?
No, the blue circle I just stood on.
Oh,
Apparently, when you unlock those, you could you could travel around the world on those things.
gotcha.
Something like that. Look at these small
Dude,
little
they're all-
chibi.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're chibified. This is awesome. Okay, never mind. I take back what I said.
But that's just in the world map, though. That's just in the world map.
I know, but man,
No, in the world map-
I'm disappointed now.
No,
That would've been awesome.
no. In the world map, though, that makes sense. I'd rather have it like this.
I don't know, man. I've been playing Ever Oasis recently, and don't get me wrong, the world is much smaller because it's a 3DS game, but
Does it-
everything happens in real time.
Yeah, but I
It's
see,
sick.
I prefer, like, I'm sick of games using this as like the main map, like this is like the world. I like this. This reminds me of.
It's a little refreshing. I got that.
It reminds me of fucking FF7 and 8, and like sort of like you're on the world map and you're. I'm just gonna collect a little bit of things here, but yeah. Yeah, like it has that Final Fantasy, the old school, instead of like just everything is open. I don't know. I kind of maybe it's my nostalgia talking, but this is like feels like a more fresher version of what we were talking about.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. I get it. I see it. It's not. You know what? No. I'm gonna hold back on my full like thoughts on this game. As I mentioned before, Easy Allies, they're my like most trusted review outlets, I guess.
Yeah.
Everything they've done, even when they were back with game trailers back in the day, which is where they came from.
Yeah.
Everything they reviewed when I played the game, I completely agreed with them. So they're my go-tos now, and they gave this game a 9.5.
That's massive.
Dude, 9.5. They said this game is absolutely incredible.
I'm actually like really enjoying this right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is really good.
I'm kind of glad we chose this for our first game.
Yeah, you know what? Because me and you, like, we started going on and off on ideas of what we should play first.
Yeah.
And then nothing like a fucking action RPG. Me and you both love RPGs.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I also one thing I'm sure everyone unnoticed. Oh, I'm gonna stay away.
Do you see that big bad in the background?
Yeah, that's a trope of death waiting to happen. You can't walk up there either. So
Okay, fair enough.
It prevents you. But yeah, like okay, one thing that you've noticed, whoever's watching this,
Yeah.
is we're not gonna be reading all the text.
Yeah.
I think if we do that, it gets like I've watched Let's Plays where people read the entire text. If you want to read it, go ahead and read it. We're going to be talking about a ton of subjects and things.
Yeah, it's funny that we're sitting here playing No Kuni, but like we've been talking about Zelda for 80% of like, these episodes.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I can rant about friggin' Mario.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
So maybe we'll start the Mario discussion on the next episode.
Let's do it.
All right,
Everyone, we'll
cool.
see you all in the next Hold B. This is fun.
Later.